Hey, what's up? So my daughter and I just made these muffins.
They're amazing. I tasted the batter.
The batter's really good. We're assuming that the muffin itself is going to also be delicious.
It's a surprise for my brother.
Yeah. So they are vegan. They're basically apple muffins that we put blueberries, white chocolate chips in, and we're adding sprinkles to the top. So I'm going to show you how I make a recipe for these because I'm certainly going to have 1 or 5 of these and I want to be able to account for them. So I'm going to show you on MFP how I'm going to do a recipe for these. Now right here there's 12, but I have some more batter left. So my guess, I think it'll make 16. So whatever I do for my recipe, I'm just going to divide it by 16. So easy peasy. I already recorded this whole recipe right here. See, it's 5 minutes long. I took you through the whole entire thing, blah, blah, blah. But my voice is not there. So you can see me adding every single thing. I'm looking up everything and adding it, but there was no voice recording. So then I recorded this other one, but then me talking about being annoyed that I didn't log it ended up not being part of it. So anyway, this is me just explaining it, but it might actually work out because now I don't have to take you through the whole process. So basically when you log into MFP, if you go here to more at the bottom, very bottom, more, my meals, recipes, and foods, and you go down at the bottom, see where it says create a recipe? So I did create a recipe, and I don't like the add from the web option only because it works, actually. If you put in a website, it will pull up everything. You can try it for yourself. I don't love it because I end up switching out a lot of the ingredients anyway, and it ends up taking about the same amount of time, I feel. So I just do manual every time. I give it a title. I'm not going to do it because I'll show you I already did this. So serves how many people? The muffin pan I just did had 12, and I have a little bit of batter left over. So I guessed 16 muffins it's going to make, but I can always go back and change that. Okay. So then what I did is I added my ingredients. So I just did that here. See these apple blueberry muffins at the top? So I'm going to go ahead and edit recipe so I can show you basically everything I added. So I added all of these things in, and like, for example, whole wheat flour. Well, that's a cup. Let me do another one. So brown sugar, when I found it, it actually was listed as 1 teaspoon packed. See that? It was 1 teaspoon packed. But you can click on this button that says serving size up at the top, and you can change it. So I changed it to a cup, and it was unpacked brown sugar. It was not packed down. And that way I can measure it out easier. So I did a half a cup, so that's easier than figuring out how many teaspoons are in a cup, right? So I did that. Same thing, I think with the white chocolate chips, I found an entry, I believe it was in teaspoons or tablespoons, that I was able to translate it to a 1/4 cup. And you can see right here, a 1/4 cup of white chocolate chips, that's not very much. That would fit in my hand. I have it as tablespoon. See, I'm going to change it to cup. 280 calories. Like, that's a lot. So it's definitely, adds an allotment. And then everything else. I got blueberries, coconut oil, almond flour, the oats, the apples. And I said about the apples, so I wasn't super accurate with this. 2 of the apples I used were super teeny, and the other one was fairly average. So instead of saying I used 3 apples, I just said I used 2.5. Yeah, so that's what I did. And then you click the arrow at the top, because you can come down here at the bottom, see where it says add ingredient. I can also edit the ingredients if I want to. If I change this recipe, so sometimes I'll do that. If I do a recipe where it's like a chickpea curry and I use full fat coconut milk instead of light coconut milk, all I need to do is go into my same recipe, edit the ingredients, and I can delete my light coconut milk and just change it for a full fat coconut milk. Everything else stays the same and the serving size stays the same. So it's super easy. So if I ever want to switch something out here, if I don't want to use white chocolate chips and I only want to use blueberries, I can just double the blueberries here, take out the white chocolate chips, and it'll adjust my amount for me, okay? So up at the top, there's an arrow. I'm going to click the arrow. And again, it says 16. That's my guess. I'll count them clearly when I'm done cooking them. I like to do these recipes while my whatever it is cooking or baking because it literally takes me 5 minutes, and the ingredients are fresh in my mind. So I normally don't have to go back to the recipe and like look everything up. I can remember in my mind what everything was, and it's real quick. So if you look at these muffins, 140 calories, carbohydrates, the biggest macronutrient, not a ton of protein. And if I look down at the nutrient content, they have 2.5 grams of fiber per muffin. So that's a nice little amount of fiber, and I feel really good about these being a snack for my kids. They also, down at the bottom, they have calcium, iron, some vitamin A, vitamin C. They have a little potassium, and a little bit of protein, which really 2.3 grams. That's all the kids need if they're having a snack. For me, this will be a 140 calorie nugget in my day, and I'll still have to have more protein. But anyway, so that's that. They were super easy, and I can go forward and then I can save it, or I can save and log it. I'm going to save and log it. I don't know why I'm saying log so high. And then I can come up here to the very top. It says meal breakfast. I can put it into my snacks. Check yes. And there it is. I've got a muffin. And I actually already put the muffin in there earlier on this one that didn't. Oh, maybe it didn't go in there. Look at that. 1 apple blueberry muffin. There we go. All right, we're about to take these muffins out of the oven. You ready?
Yeah!
All right. Let's get these out and give them a try.
Look at these gorgeous muffins. They're going to be amazing. How do you turn around?
Turn it around like this.
See those? Oh, I hope they look good. And yeah, did you know I'm in first grade? You probably thought I was a kindergartner.
All right, so they're hot.
I think they're going to be hot, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do for you
Yes.
and me is I'm going to cut a piece off and use a fork, because we can't wait around here, right?
Yeah.
We can't wait for these to cool down, because then they'll separate from the peel real well. Ooh. If we waited for them to cool down, they'd separate real well, but we're not going to do that because we can't wait around here. Is it good? Let me see the fork. I would choose no sprinkles if it was up to me. That is really good.
Oh, they're amazing. Hot.
I like the white chocolate chip bites. They like melt in your mouth.
I know.
Mm.
I got chocolate chip! With no blueberry. I got blueberry.
Can we turn the video off now?
Okay, sure. Bye!
Okay, so check it out. Instead of making 4 more, it made 5 more, which means it's 17 cupcakes instead of 16. So I'm going to go change my MFP.
Is that a yes?
So
Come watch your show.
So these muffins, I'm going to go to more, meals, recipes, and foods.
Can I watch something?
Hold on, baby. Apple, blueberry muffins, edit recipe. I'm going to go ahead and click over. It made 17, not 16. So look, it's a little bit less now. And I also want to add it to my diary. I'm going to add it to snacks. And now I'm going to delete the one that's 140. Not that big of a difference, but hey, it's worth it.